What happened in the Battle of Midway? What happened? Okay, let's go. The American Navy ships won a major battle in the Pacific Ocean, defeating the Japanese Navy Air Force. The Japanese were losing the war. Okay, so this is the start of the Japanese losing the war. The American Navy ships won a major battle in the Pacific Ocean, defeating the Japanese Navy Air Force. The Japanese were losing the war because of this. They lost the Battle of Midway. Okay, and next one, the Battle of Alamein. And Alamein is in Northern Africa. Okay, and it's kind of like Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, that kind of area. Okay, so the Battle of Alamein, and I can tell you that this was a battle between the British tanks and the German tanks. This was a tank battle. The tank battle at the Battle of Alamein. The great German tank leader, Erwin Rommel, lost a major battle against the British tanks in North Africa. The Germans are now losing the war. So remember, the Battle of Midway, the Americans and the Japanese had a fight. After that battle, the Japanese started losing the war. Here, he was excellent at his job. The great German tank leader Erwin Rommel lost a major battle against the British tanks in Northern Africa. The Germans are losing the war. And here is Erwin Rommel. He was, as you go, he's got lots of big medals. He was known as the Desert Fox. The Desert Fox because his tanks were fighting in Africa. And there's lots of desert in Africa, as you well know. Okay, so here's Erwin Rommel, but he lost the Battle of Alamein. So the Germans are now losing the war. So the British and their allies and America, Russia, they are defeating Germany and Japan and their allies, Romania, Italy, Hungary. Okay, and now we've got the Battle of Stalingrad. Okay, as you can see, this was a terrible battle, but Hitler really wanted Stalingrad. Why did Hitler want Stalingrad? He really wanted the Germans to take Stalingrad, and Stalingrad is in Russia. Why did he want Stalingrad? Simple. The leader of Russia, Stalin, named the city after himself, Stalingrad, and Hitler wanted to take the Russian city that Stalin had named after himself. It was very psychologically important for Hitler. So the Battle of Stalingrad started. The Russian army defeated the German army at Stalingrad and started to move towards Germany. So here the UK, they're attacking the German forces in like Western Europe, Belgium, Netherlands, France, and in the Battle of Alamein, the Germans lost the tank battle, so they've lost Africa, they've lost Western Europe. Here's Germany, here's Russia. After the Battle of Stalingrad, the Russians started attacking Germany. Germany is completely surrounded and is really losing the war now. The Russian army defeated the German army at Stalingrad and started to move towards Germany. Okay, and here just have a look. As you know, this is not a great time in human history. I hope we're never stupid enough to do this again. Hiroshima, or Hiroshima as a British person would pronounce it. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and here you go, as you know, the atomic bombs. Okay, so we've got the bombs here, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which were dropped from the airplane. The American airplane that dropped these bombs was called the Enola Gay. Okay, so one of my favourite groups called OMD, they sing a song called Enola Gay. Enola Gay is the airplane that dropped these bombs. And it's an American. The Americans dropped the bombs. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay? Germany surrendered. Germany knew they couldn't win. The Russians were in Berlin. The British were in Berlin, and Berlin is the capital of Germany. They'd taken over the whole of Germany. Germany surrendered. The USA dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered. The war was over. Okay, so there's the end of the war. Germany surrendered. The USA dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Germany surrendered. The war was over. Okay. Okay, so let's go to this. So let's have a look. So British and Irish heroine. Okay, students, look at the picture on the next PPT. Do you know who this woman is? Okay, so I'm now going to introduce today's British and Irish heroine. This woman was actually living in France at the time, but her parents were British. British and Irish heroine. Okay, students, look at the picture on the next PowerPoint. Do you know who this woman is? Who is this? Have a look. Have a look at that very, very brave woman. Okay, so we've got a woman, and as you can see, she's actually wearing an army cap, and she's actually wearing army uniform. Okay, she's obviously fighting. Obviously, she's a British heroine, so she's obviously fighting the Germans. And yeah, how old is she in this picture? I don't know. She's maybe about 27, maybe. Who is this woman? Let's have a look. Okay, students, this is today's heroine. We have Cecile Wetherington. I'm now going to include today's heroine, Cecile Wetherington. Here we go. Let's learn about Cecile Wetherington. Okay, so Cecile Wetherington, she had a code name, a secret name. Pauline was born in 1914 to British parents in France. She hated the Germans, and when Germany invaded France, yeah, she absolutely hated them. So today, Cecile Wetherington, the codename Pauline, was born in 1914 to British parents in France. She hated the Germans, and when Germany invaded France, she was not evacuated, and evacuated means taken to another country. She was not evacuated because she did not work for the British government in France. She started an organisation to fight the Germans. Okay? So she was not evacuated because she did not work for the British government in France. She started an organisation to fight the Germans. Okay, so have a look at that and maybe start taking notes as well. Have a look. And the next one. For 3 months, she slept on the freezing trains, delivering money, messages and explosives, bombs, to spies. Her organisation destroyed parts of the Toulon to Paris railway. Okay? Toulon to Paris is in France, but Germany had taken over France. Okay? So for 3 months she slept on freezing trains, delivering money, messages and explosives, dynamite, bombs to spies. Her organisation destroyed parts of the Toulon-Paris railway by blowing it up, explosives. Line more than 800 times to stop the German army sending soldiers to Normandy. And Normandy is in France, to fight the British. Okay, so she blew her and her organisation, blew the line more than 800 times to stop the German army sending soldiers to Normandy, which is in France, to fight the British. She avoided capture, means she was never taken capture. She avoided capture by the Germans. When the German soldiers entered a house she was in, so the German soldiers went to a house that she was in. They was looking for her. They entered a house she was in. She escaped to a nearby wood. Wood means like forest. I think sop in Korean. And with 150 men, she fought 2,500 German soldiers for over 14 hours. Wow. So when the German soldiers entered the house that she was in, she escaped. She ran away to a nearby wood, and her and 150 men fought 2,500 soldiers for over 14 hours. Wow. Just have a